How's it going? So I have to start agreeing with people who say they just need to sue League of Legends Riot Games, right? So this is a player, TF Blade, I think his name is, right? He's trying to get to rank 1 for the past 2 months. 2 months, right? And every lobby I see, right, that he gets into, he's always the best player. Always, right? He has the best win rate, best KDA, whatever, right? If you look at his carry score, you see he's like 81, right? So he's normally like the best player on the map, right? And look at his LP gain. Minus 17, minus 18 per loss, plus 8 for the win. Minus 16 for loss, plus 15 for the win. Now, do you have any other questions? Any other questions that this is rigged? So for every win that he gets, he has to, for every loss, he has to win 2 games, right? Just to break even. Just to break even. Look, you see? Minus 17, minus 17, minus 17, plus 17, plus 15. Minus 16, minus 16, plus 12, plus 14. Do you see? Like, for him just to climb, he has to win 2 out of 3 games, even though he is already the best player in the lobby. And this has been happening for like two months now, right? And he is now he got to rank 2, and now he is back to rank 3, almost rank 4 now, right? So his 2 months of grinding resulted in him ending up back to rank 4. He's probably going to drop to rank 4, right? If you look at the ladder, I think he's going to drop to very, very shortly, right? So you have to understand how much of a time waste that is. How much of a time waste? He's trying to, he's just trolling basically. Like at this stage, he's just trolling. And I mean, what does that accomplish? Okay, so he's almost back to rank 4. 2 weeks ago, he was rank 4, so he's now back to rank 4 almost, right? I mean, how is that a fair system? Now, the good news for him, he is a well-known streamer, right? He gets like, I don't know, 7,000, 5,000 views. So at least he gets some income. But think about people on the ladder, like guys in here. I think there's like a player I used to watch, Diana 2N or something his name was. And he was rank 1 for 3 seasons in a row. And his viewership is 80 people. 80 people, right? I think he just gave up maybe. But they changed their name, so I mean, he could be here. I don't know, right? But you have to think how much of a time waste that is, right? Okay, for TF Blade, we can say it's not a time waste because at least he gets some income that he can then invest, and in the long term, it's gonna be okay. But for the remainder of community, they're grinding, right? They're grinding. Their viewership is like 50 people, and 50 to 100 people, your income per month is gonna be like $20, right? So at their age, they should be focusing on developing a marketable skill, like a profession, a specialism, I don't know, some kind of a degree that is useful on a marketplace where they can trade their skill for money, right? How useful is it for that Diana player to reach rank 1 or whatever? Well, that he's gonna probably spend 2 years grinding, or like whatever, 1 year grinding, and the income he gets is $20 per month. And he has to grind through this. Do you see like how this is just so rigged? This is so rigged. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Again, like you can make a point on TF Blade that he gets viewership, okay, but if you just take away the viewership, right, and say, okay, whatever, 50 people watch him just because they like him, right? because if you look at Twitch statistics, what is it, like Ninja or something? What is it called? Twitch statistics. Yeah, I think Social Blade. That's the one. Look, if you just look at Twitch, all right? No, there was one I saw earlier, right? Oh, we can just Google average viewership on Twitch per channel. It's gonna be like 18 or something, right? Twitch statistic charts. There you go. So live channels, right? So you have 173 channels. Let's just do the statistics real quick. I'm just trying to tell you, like, don't do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't do it. Because most people think, oh, I'm going to become rank 1 or whatever, top 10 player in League of Legends, and then pro teams are going to start inviting me, and women are going to start knocking on my door, and I will be a billionaire. Dude, it's not going to happen for you because many people already done that. And pro scene. Okay, so we take live viewers, divide by live channels. This will tell you how many average viewers per channel. So it's 37. So if you have 37 viewers, you are average on Twitch. Like, you have to understand, Twitch is winner take all market. All right, winner take all market. In winner take all market, it's the L-shaped curve. I think it's called L-shape curve. The 80-20 rule. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. Okay. So you have like channels like, I don't know, Ninja, right? Pokimane, this guy with the Mr. Disrespect or something, or Vast Disrespect guy. Who else is that? Top popular streamers. Let's look. Okay, so these are the guys, right? They would be 80% of all the viewers, right? So this number of viewers, right, would look something like this. So all those like 20 people or whatever, 50 or 100 people on Twitch will have about this many viewers combined, right? That means for you as a streamer, you're starting, you're entering into the market, right? These guys already have loyal followers. That's the majority of the community. This is what you're left with. All right, this is what you're left with. Okay, that's the market that you can actually tap into. All right, that's how many viewers. All right, so let's say we have to take away how many, I don't know, let's say popular streamers. That's gonna be okay. Popular streamers, let's say there's like 200 of them, right, on the whole platform. Okay, so that means the rest. So that's channels in here. Okay, so basically these 200 channels are ranking up this viewership here, which is 80% of all the people. Would you agree with me? Like, if probably if Ninja or whatever Pokimane starts playing Valorant, most people are gonna watch her, right? Statistically speaking, I think there are other people that are also in there, but I mean most people will watch her, right? So they will control this viewership, right? That means you're left with this viewership, right? So 200 channels, popular channels, we have to take it away. That means this minus this. So this is your competition. Active, unpopular, channels. All right. So what are you left with? Left viewers, channels competing. So these are your left viewers, right? And these are the number of channels you're competing against. And if we average this out, we take the viewers and divide by number of channels, right? So you will probably average something like 8 viewers. If you just enter into the market, just sit there for 6 months, you will probably average something about 8 viewers. Because I look at statistics of people, like for example, that Diana player, I was very interested in him. I mean, he pulls off some crazy games. He can carry like hard. And I looked at, he was like, he's streaming for like 6 years, right? And he has 80 viewers. And he's rank 1 player for 3 years straight. And nobody gives a shit, right? So why are you doing this? Why are you spending 6 years of your life on a rigged game that cannot bring any financial results? And furthermore, you're not even having any fun. Name a player in League of Legends that is not trolling. I mean, he doesn't give a shit about winning or losing. He just wants to, I don't know, build Tiamat Timo and go jungle for fun. Or Soroka ADC, right? Who is like actively trying to climb to diamond, who is actually having fun. Now, the other question is, can you realistically have fun within this system? Like, just how are you gonna have fun here? So I'm telling you, it's rigged. Stop wasting your time, right? And it's not sport, okay? Because you have to understand that professional teams don't give a shit about solo queue. This is one of the, there's like a coach, Nice, I think his name is, right? He was talking about this with some of like top tier players. I think it was, I don't remember who he was speaking to, but this guy was like top 10 players on the ladder. And he was saying, were you ever approached by the professional organization? And he said no, even though he competed in the challenger, I don't know, some kind of challenger tournament, and their team crushed everyone. No one cared about it. Why? Because professional scene is actually like a basketball sports game, because it's structured. There is communication, there is coaching, there are exercises. It's not solo queue. Do you understand? Like in solo queue, you cannot have shitty drafts. Or in professional sim, you don't have shitty draft. In professional sim, you don't have Master Yi with 20 kills at 15 minutes. It never happens in there. That's why taking a solo queue player and putting him into a professional scene is not usually a good idea, because the environment is so different. It's like equivalent to taking a streetball basketball player who plays streetball 3-on-3 on streets and putting him into an NBA team. It does not work. They already tried it. I think it was like, I don't remember, because I used to play basketball. There was a guy, Skip to my Lou or something like this. His name was, and he was the greatest of all time streetball player. The greatest of all time. Like, he was magical. Everybody thought he's like, if he goes to NBA, he'll be Michael Jordan. They put him into NBA. He played a couple of games. His performance was outrageously bad, and he was on the bench for the rest of the season. Then he just, because he wasn't getting any minutes, he just went back to playing streetball. Right? You have to understand, this has no end goal. This has no end outcome, other than you get a challenger jacket, which nobody gives a shit about. Honestly, I don't give a damn. And you have to go through this. And like my question to you, why are you doing this? If it's like it's purely somebody exploited your psychology and got you addicted into the system. This is like a slot machine. You are now the guy who is sitting in the casino and playing the slot machine. And if you ask him, why are you doing this? He won't know. And that's you right now. All right? That's you. So I'm saying, like, dude, you need to plug out of the system. You need to plug out of the system. One of the best ways to do that is start playing one-on-one, right? And then you'll just get bored, right? Because the game is boring by itself. It's boring. What hooks you is the system. The system hooks you because it's unfair. It triggers massive amounts of emotions, massive amounts of rage. And we know through science that chemicals are very, very addictive in your brain. It doesn't matter what type of chemicals they are, but they are very, very addictive, right? Because it's like it's a release in your brain, right? And then your brain will start to seek this. I'll give you an example. One of my friends, right? He plays Aram all the time. All the time he plays Aram, right? And he is addicted to frustration of losing and his teammates feeding, even though he's feeder himself. All right. Now I invited him to play 2-on-2 in Aram. Naturally, I picked Tryndamere and I just 1v2'd, right? Because I was like, we were playing lobbies that was like bronze players, like silver players. Man, like I'm an old diamond player, right? I can 1v2 that, no problem, right? And I asked him to pick like OP champs, like Gragas, for example, Garen, and we were winning. We won like 4 games in a row, and he got so bored he didn't want to do it anymore. Think about it. He's winning the game of League of Legends, and he lost all the interest, right? He wanted to go back to this. Just think from it logically. He wants to go back to suffering, frustration, and anger over pleasure of just winning all the time. Why? Because the chemical release in this frustration is much, much higher than you just winning all the time. That means you're addicted, unfortunately, right? So that's why people go back. They go back to that chemical release, right? And the system, as you can see, is perfect for this. Absolutely perfect. Let's say we want a person to be frustrated, right? And occasionally experience pleasure. That's what we're going to build. And that's the system, right? That's the system. So what I'm trying to tell you is just, dude, like, even if you get there, right? The ladies and the money is not coming, right? For him, the money is coming. Yeah, the money is coming, right? But for the rest of people, on average, like we did the maths, it's not happening, right? I mean, it's not happening. You're gonna be this guy. You're gonna be like 36, 7 viewers, 100 viewers, whatever, right? Because I monitored a lot of, because I wanted to do like a streaming as a career back in the days, but then I kind of started monitoring and I said, nah, no, it makes no sense. If you want to see the reality of the situation, right, do this. um, Twitch TV, right? Go here. You see, I have it blocked, so we unblock. Go here. Look. Um, Whatever. Any game is fine. Let's look at Valorant, right? You see, these are all high viewers, right? But then, okay, now then analyze every channel, like top 10 channels, and look what do they have in common. Why are they successful and every other person is not successful, right? I don't know. They're a female, they're young, they're hot, they bubbly personality, they have logos, they're good at the game, they're bad at the game, they're having fun, whatever, right? And then go here and look at the channels in here. These is people with 0 to 1 viewers, right? And what you will see is that they are also good looking. They are also females. They are also have bubbly personalities, right? They meet every single criteria to be a top streamer, and yet they have 0 viewers. How is that possible? Because it's random. It's random number generation. Twitch Twitch as a profession is like trying to win the lottery. Out of so many channels, I mean there's like what 100,000 channels, one of them is gonna win. One of them is gonna become like the ninja or whatever, the Pokemon or whatever, right? But unfortunately, statistically speaking, it's like winning the lottery. You're gonna be this guy here, right? You're gonna be this guy. You're gonna be like super sharp shooter, rank, I don't know, whatever, rank 7 on the ladder, and you have like 8 viewers. One of them is your mom because she wants to make sure you're doing your homework. And you're like, yeah, I got one extra viewer. It's like, oh, it's me, darling. I just wanted to make sure that you ate your breakfast today, so I just tuned in. You're, God damn it, right? So, but just look how many channels there is. How many one viewer channels, right? I'm still going. Like I'm still going. Look, it's still one viewer, and this is endless, 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 endless. You want to try to be original? I already looked into it, right? I already looked into it. There are people streaming things like homework, cleaning the house. There are people streaming their washing machine washing their clothing. There was even a stream of of paint drying on a wall. I shit you not, there was a stream. I saw it, right? So anything you can think of was already tried, most likely, right? Like I dare anyone to rationally, logically explain why Pokimane has more viewers than, for example, a 20 viewer lady who is exactly the same age or whatever, younger, better looking, right? Better at the game, better logo, better Twitch, like better stream in terms of like, I don't know, graphics or whatever. And why she has like 100 viewers and Pokimane has 10,000 viewers. Now, the only thing, well, no, I disprove that theory. I used to think that you have to be on the like on Twitch for a long time, and then your viewership will be growing. Kind of like the more time you're on the platform, the more time you're streaming, the more viewers you get. But that's not true because, for example, Fogged for the Win, this guy here, his viewership, he's been on the Twitch for since he was 20, I think it was like 14 years, right? He peaked at 1,600 viewers, and now he's back to, which is like 600 viewers, right? Another thing we're not talking about is he is a Tryndamere main, and Tryndamere is in a very shitty spot right now as a champion. So if you're maining some kind of, I don't know, Trundle, and Riot is going to nerf him, your viewership is going to drop by a lot, which you have no control over whatsoever, right? So again, I'm saying you're just flipping the coin. It's pure lottery. So I hope I make my point across, right? Because like the thing about why people go through this thing here, right? Why do people do that? Oh, it's an incognito window. Is because a lot of people think that, okay, if I become rank 5 player, professional teams are gonna pick me up. No, they won't. They don't care about solo queue. Completely don't care, right? Number two, they think, okay, if not professional teams, I'm gonna get a lot of viewership. No, you won't. Statistically speaking, unlikely. Highly, highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, right? And look, there's so many different like you might say, okay, well, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try on my native language: Portuguese, Korean, German, French, Indonesian, right? Japanese, Czech Republic language, Thai language. One viewer, okay? I'm just saying, like, just look at the facts before you start kind of grinding through this whole system. Just what's there at the end of the tunnel? What's there in the bag, right? Because once you reach, because there are so many players, they reach challenger level, whatever, right? And they're left what's called holding the bag, right? Because there's nothing in the bag. There is no viewership, there's no wealth, there's no ladies coming in, right? There's no fulfillment because you're struggling. So why are you doing this? And that's just because it's a casino, right? It's just a casino. But look, I mean, I've been talking for like 5 minutes and I've been scrolling all the time. And we're still on one viewer. We haven't even reached 2 viewers yet. So do you see your competition? Do you see? That's all channels you're going to be competing against. We're still on 1 viewer. We haven't even reached 2 viewers yet. All right. Every single person in here thinks they're going to be a next ninja. Every single person. And that's going to be you. You're going to be part of those guys. Now, if you win the lottery, God bless, right? But statistically, when I look at mathematics, I always look at mathematics. I look at this and I say, oh, mamma mia, dude. I mean, you have to understand, I've been speaking for 7 minutes and we're still on 1 viewer, right? We haven't even reached 2 viewers, right? I'm still, and this is whom you're going to be competing against. Every single person here is your competition. I have a business degree, that's why I can tell you, because like the problem with Twitch as a market, there are no barriers to entry. Your granny can start competing with you right now for because what does it take to enter into the market, right? What does it take to enter into the market? Computer, everybody has. Free to play game, self-explanatory. Internet connection, everybody has, right? And that's it. Because you'll say, oh, you have to be good at the game. Pokimane is like low diamond player, and she's been playing the game for like 3 years. Are you trying to tell me that a low diamond player who is a gamer as for a profession and a low diamond player, right? She's not super good. Oh, yeah. And another thing I would encourage you is to look at the mental of people who are actually like on top of the ladder, like guys like Tarzan, for example, and some junglers. They absolutely hate their teammates. I mean, Tarzan is like, psychologically, he is on antidepressants, right? He actually, even though he has like viewership, his viewership is okay, like 3,000 people, right? But he is on antidepressants, right? Because he can't take that shit anymore. So the question is, do you really want to be? This guy's the same, Dikar. He is just flaming all the time. He just lost it at this stage, right? He calls everybody an idiot, basically. So we're still scrolling for 1 viewers, right? We're still there. We're still here. Still here. So I'm just saying, the reason why you're playing League of Legends is because of false expectations and an addicted system, right? This is why you play League of Legends. You don't play because it's just chemical releases in your head, right? So I'm just saying you need to just quit, and that's it. Take care.